I'm just going to show you how to graph an ellipse and how to graph a hyperbola. The problem shows you these two equations and it asks you to tell them which one is the hyperbola and how can you tell? Well, I can tell that the one with the minus sign is the hyperbola. Otherwise, see these equations? They're exactly the same. It's just that the one with the minus sign has a hyperbola. And so here's how you graph them. H and K are your center, just like they always are in every parent function. So this one's going to have a center at 1, -2. And this is an ellipse. The 9 is under the x, so on the x-axis, see how it's like a squared? A is going to be 3. So on the x-axis, I'm going to go right and left by 3. So I just went in either direction. If this is 1, my marks aren't very nice. And then I'm going to go up and down by 2 because b squared, b must be 2 here. And that's in the y direction. So up by 2, down by 2. I don't need Desmos to do any of this. It's pretty simple. Okay, that was faster than booting up my computer and getting the Desmos. Okay, now let's look at this one. So this one's going to work kind of the same. It's got an x and a y axis. The center is h and k, so the center is going to be at 3, -2. 3, -2. But this time, instead of me making, I'm still going to do kind of the same types of things, but I'm going to draw, instead of like a circle, I'm going to draw like a rectangular box and use it to get some asymptotes. So I'm still going to kind of use A and B. Like, notice that this y, the 16 is under the y. So square root of 16 is 4. So in the y direction, I'm going to go up and down by 4. So up by 4 and down by 4. And I'm going to make a rectangle. I have to go, since the 25 is underneath the x, in the x direction, I'm going to go right and left by 5, because that's the square root of 25. And I'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to sketch a rectangle. And since my y is the one that's first and my x is the one that's second, well, the dotted lines are still going to go through, they're going to go through the center, and they're going to be dotted, not solid, and they're going to go through the corners, but this is going to be like, this is going to be a upward, up and down facing hyperbola, I think, instead of the ones that go out to the right and the left. So these are the asymptotes that I just sketched in here. And then, how can I explain this? It's only going to have y, it's not going to have any steps. Or in other words, this thing is going to go up and down. So basically, if the y comes first, it's going to face the hyperbola is going to face, it's going to open up and down. And if the x comes first, it's going to open out to the two sides. So this darkened part right here, that is the actual hyperbola. And all this other stuff, these are the asymptotes. There's actually foci and things inside here that I could get by using a formula. I don't know if it asked for that though. It did not. It just said to graph them. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this.